Chapter 1. When the Internet's backbone cracked.
On what should have been a routine afternoon in early 2017, millions of people across the internet suddenly felt something was off.
Websites were freezing, apps wouldn't load, and entire businesses were grinding to a halt.
At first, no one knew why, but deep inside Amazon Web Services, AWS, engineers were watching a nightmare unfold.
Because the backbone of the internet had just been kneecapped by a tiny mistake.
A simple, almost laughably small bug, 3 lines of bad code that triggered a chain reaction powerful enough to take Amazon down for hours.
Chapter 2. The Empire Behind the Cloud.
Amazon Web Services wasn't just a cloud provider. By 2017, it was the beating heart of the internet.
Netflix streamed through it, Spotify ran through it, thousands of startups lived entirely inside it.
And major corporations, from financial institutions to global retailers, trusted AWS to stay online no matter what.
Many people never realized that Amazon wasn't just running stores, it was powering the modern digital world.
That meant even a small disruption inside AWS could ripple across continents.
But on that day, it wasn't a ripple.
It was a shockwave.
Chapter 3. Inside Amazon's most sensitive system.
The problem started inside the S3 service, Amazon's simple storage service, arguably the most crucial building block of AWS.
S3 stores the images you see online, the data apps rely on, and the files that make websites function.
To keep everything running smoothly, engineers occasionally performed maintenance tasks, including taking servers offline for debugging.
But the tool used for this maintenance had a flaw.
It allowed too much power. With one command, technicians could accidentally remove more systems than intended.
And that's exactly what happened.
Chapter 4. The Bug That Shouldn't Have Existed.
A single engineer ran a command meant to remove a tiny number of S3 servers for troubleshooting.
But because of a mistake buried in only 3 lines of code, the command took out far more servers, massively more than anyone expected.
Critical subsystems, ones that S3 needed to function, vanished in seconds.
Suddenly, S3 couldn't update metadata. Load balancing stopped syncing.
And the system's internal controls, the very tools used to fix outages, were themselves knocked offline.
Amazon had accidentally deleted the digital equivalent of its own toolbox.
Engineers had to scramble to rebuild the missing systems from scratch, and that meant everything depending on S3 was about to go dark.
Chapter 5. The Day the Internet Broke.
As Amazon's infrastructure began collapsing, the outside world felt the impact instantly.
Websites sputtered, APIs timed out, cloud services froze mid-operation.
Major platforms like Slack, Trello, Quora, and countless others reported widespread outages.
Even Amazon's own platforms were affected. Product listings failed to load, and internal dashboards broke.
The digital economy was choking on a 3-line bug.
Businesses lost revenue by the minute.
Developers across the world waited helplessly, refreshing status pages, hoping AWS would recover.
Chapter 6. Inside the Crisis Room.
Within AWS operations centers, the atmosphere shifted from surprise to urgency.
Engineers traced the failure back to the maintenance command and the code responsible for scaling operations.
It became clear that restoring the missing servers would take hours, not minutes.
Because Amazon didn't just need to reboot machines.
It needed to rebuild entire subsystems one careful step at a time, ensuring no further instability.
Systems that normally took seconds to recover now required meticulous manual intervention.
Amazon's incident teams worked frantically, aware that half the internet was depending on them.
Chapter 7. When Recovery Finally Began.
After hours of work, engineers restored enough of the S3 subsystem to begin bringing services back online.
Gradually, error messages disappeared. Websites started loading again.
But the recovery process was slow, painfully slow, because S3 needed to replay massive amounts of data and metadata to return to stable operation.
Technically, the crisis was over, but the consequences were just beginning.
AWS customers demanded answers. Businesses calculated their losses.
For many, the outage exposed just how vulnerable their systems were to a single point of failure inside the cloud.
And Amazon faced a new reality. Even its legendary uptime reputation had cracks.
Chapter 8. The industry reacts.
The outage triggered a wave of introspection across the tech world.
Startups question their dependency on a single cloud provider.
Enterprises rushed to review their failover procedures.
And architects debated how one of the strongest infrastructures ever built could be undone by 3 lines of code.
In its post-incident report, Amazon admitted the root cause plainly. A developer ran a command with incorrect parameters, and flawed code allowed the command to remove far too many servers.
The company's transparency shocked many, but also highlighted an uncomfortable truth.
Even the world's most powerful engineering teams are vulnerable to human error amplified by fragile automation.
Chapter 9. The final twist.
What few people know is that the buggy code responsible for the outage had been untouched for years.
It had quietly lived inside Amazon's system, unnoticed, waiting for the perfect combination of conditions.
And when maintenance engineers issued that unlucky command, the flaw finally revealed itself.
3 lines, hidden in millions of lines of infrastructure code.
A tiny oversight buried deep in the machinery of the cloud.
And yet, powerful enough to disrupt the global internet for hours.
The incident became a defining example of how small mistakes can create massive failures in hyperscale systems.
Chapter 10. Closing message.
Amazon's outage wasn't caused by sabotage, malware, or a cyberattack.
It was caused by human error, the kind that lurks quietly inside every complex system.
So tell us, does this incident make you trust cloud giants more or less?
Share your thoughts below.